Hello and welcome to Sightline. Today we're talking to Mr. Tsolmon Bayaraa, the initiator of the Magic Box Library project. Tsolmon, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation.
It's our pleasure. So Magic Box libraries are made from shipping containers, and it offers children a place to read and study, and also it has got a section of coffee shop. And now there are two Magic Box libraries open, one in Govi-Altai province and one in a remote district of Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah.
So to our audience, could you please tell us how you came up with the idea to make these libraries and also how the libraries are built?
2018, I built one coffee shop in the center of the city.
It's called Nitrovid.
Nitrovid, yeah, you know that. Yeah. And so our coffee shop was a success story. We were running it, and then some people would say like it's too rusty, you know, the design is kind of interesting, and kids loved it, right? And the kids would often come to our coffee shop and say, hey, like, can I have can I like do my homework here with my friend, but we don't have money for coffee, is it okay? And we would say, yeah, welcome, you know. And then I started to think about like, okay, so how kids are doing their homework, where? And in Mongolia, it's impossible because the classes are not enough for the kids, and you know they
have to leave the school after the class.
Yeah, like immediately, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, kids understand most of their lessons after class when they're doing homework.
Starting with
and
their peers.
When they do alone, it's hard for them to understand, right? So the parents don't know that. Parents didn't study
They're
that
not
at
teachers.
that day there, so they don't have time also. So kids have to learn it together. Kids actually start. Kids during the class, kids have a fear of asking from their teacher when they didn't pay attention, when they didn't understand. So we were thinking about, okay, so what do we do? And my wife have a company called Nepco Kids. It's a children's book publishing company. And we were thinking about like, okay, library have to be done. Libraries are old. Books are very old in the old libraries in Mongolia. So what do we do? And then we start to thinking about, I start to sketching up
the ideas
of shipping container with the library. And then I like to use old shipping containers. We did a few projects back in other places, in crypto mining farm, and so it was very fun to do.
So yeah, it's very interesting to hear all of that, and I would agree that the libraries or also the places made of shipping containers, they catch children's attention very much,
exactly,
and they love to hang out in a place as cool as that, like that.
Yeah.
So also, could you tell us how much does it cost to build a Magic Box library out of a shipping container?
In the beginning, we were very positive. We were thinking about like only 25 million will be enough, blah, blah, blah.
And
it was a dream. Because the shipping container cost went up like 300%.
During the COVID-19.
Yeah, because the borders are closed and then not so many shipping going on. That's why the scrap shipping containers are not there in the market. And also the closure of the border bringing the prices of the materials very high. So now it's over 70 million to build one shipping container. And
so it's like more than triple the amount that you were expecting.
Yeah, we didn't expect COVID at the time. This project actually was on paper back in 2018. I actually draw and everything. And then it didn't work out at the time because I wasn't really putting my all energy to it, and then like this summer I met Kanjaklang, and then I told him, hey, like I have this idea, let's do it, and then both of us dragged our friends and 15 of us started doing it together. So more power, more synergy, and our group has all ages of people and influencers, and you know, it has a power to bring people in it. And the first container, we built it with our own, we put some money from our own pockets, and also a few companies. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say their names or not.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
You can name the
so the scrap containers, 2 of them Apple gave us, and Korea Cable, the company who did the floor heating system. It's a great system, and they give it us free. And then the Egger, Alpha Book, and bunch of companies. Some of them I don't maybe remember. Sorry. Yeah, but it was a really great, and we did it only in 1 month, and it was crazy because it was in my laptop for 2 years, and then we did it on 1 month, and it was amazing. Oftentimes we were like crying.
So you couldn't believe you could do that.
Yeah, it's on our eyes, and
Yes.
shipping container is very nice. It's like a Lego, you know, you can play with it a lot. So within the eyes, in days, like they built it very quick, and yeah, it was very moving to see the process.
It's fantastic. And so the first Magic Box library that you built with your own money, with your other friends, was donated to Govi-Altai province's Tsolmon out of a screening and evaluation process. So there were 72 soums who sent their applications, and out of them, was it difficult to make the choice, to choose the best one? Yeah,
it was. We didn't expect that many soums will send their papers, right? And when we start to receive, we were like moved. The first one we received, we were like, oh my God, this is great. And then the next one, and the next one. And then we have 72. And then we were like thinking, hey, like, how do we do the evaluation which one to choose? And then 14 of us sit together, and then we did some questions, and then it took us all day. But then Tonkil was special. And then first 20 we made a list of it, and then now our aim is to give all first 20 the shipping containers. But it depends on how do we build the money, how do we find the sponsors, and the economy is not that great right now, so how do you do? And we are running the numbers, and we're making plans, and we're trying to make the soums also build crowdfund the money to build the shipping containers. So that's the plan.
Okay, so you gave the first one the Magic Box library, and also the 19 are waiting to get their own libraries. And the Pizza Hut Mongolia, they also announced they would fund 2 Magic Box libraries, and one was already built and it's open now in Ulaanbaatar's remote district around Chulongova area. And it was made for the Ulaanbaatar remote area kids, and then the next one will be sent to the second place winning soum. Is that right?
It's in Ovsamek, and the kids are great, and they have own group of kids who build their group. Like they, for example, like they do like lots of activities to read book, and they give some prizes for kids who read most books that year. And they really like to read the books. They really need Magic Box. So we're planning to do that. In Cholo, just last week we opened the Magic Box 2, and we were also nervous that some kids, the kids in that area wouldn't be interested. We thought that, right? So in the morning we were like, okay, nobody's here, what should we do, blah, blah, blah. And around 12 o'clock there was hundreds of kids. Oh my God. Like maybe 200 kids. And it was great morning. It was really cold, but like lots of kids were there, and then dancing, and they didn't care the coldness. And Pizza Hut gave all of them a gift, like very expensive gift, like with the speaker and yeah. So it was a really great New Year's morning, like 28th of
December.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really great moment also. Yeah.
So that's great. So you said there were around 200 kids on the opening day, and the shipping container it's around 40 feet long.
Yeah.
And it would hold around 25 to 30 kids at a time.
When they're sitting, the seat numbers.
Yes, sitting and using the library. And also, like, how many books can the Magic Box library shelves hold?
We actually we didn't count, and we have to work on that. But in my opinion, around 1,700 books. We actually collected lots of books in 7 days in the square, and I think we got like 7 library book we collected in that 7 days. Lots of people brought their books, and there was really expensive new books. People actually go to Internum and that sort. They buy the books and then just bring. And some of the NEPCO books were like 60,000 Tugruk book. It was new, brand new. And one guy, I remember, he just brought the book and didn't say anything. He just put it there and left. And I opened the box, and there was like, each book cost 67,000, but then one box of full of them. Like, I think there was 16 of them. He just gave it in, and he didn't want any credit for it. He just left. And I was like, oh my God.
That's a real donation.
That's great.
Yeah. So the first Magic Box library, as you said, it was placed in Sulpatrar Square to collect donations from the public from November 1st to November 7th.
Yeah.
And you said that you collected books as many that could fit 7 shipping containers library fill. And so I heard that the Magic Box in Govi-Altai province is equipped with a bio toilet. And I think it's like very necessary for kids to have a toilet in their library. And so like that, what other kinds of specific features do you want to highlight to our audience?
So yeah, it have to be very warm and cozy for kids. And kids are not interested in a seat like comfortable, like a coffee shop seat. You know, they want something interesting, right? So
bean bags.
Yeah, we bought bean bags, and they loved it. They just jumps on it, and they hugs it, and I was super happy when Tonkil kids reading book while they're like lying down, like almost sleeping but reading. And also it has a toilet, and the toilet area and the entrance area is blocked with the door, so the kids who wants to do their homework, they can be in that area. And then in the middle area, kids also, they have to eat, they have to do some other work, and they have to talk on the phone. And that's the main, that's the entry area. The toilet is equipped with I think it's a Slovenian or Polish company who built a bio toilet. It has some chemical that I don't understand, but twice or 3 times a year they can just throw away, and then they can build it. It's off grid. It doesn't connect with any water, but it works like that. It has some bacteria that eats the feces, I think. Yeah.
So without having to like connect it to water, like that kind of toilet is very like necessary in soums and also around like the remote areas of Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Tsolmon, I would say that projects often start with lots of enthusiasm and like also like when they're lucky, they have the great support from the public and their friends. But after a few years, many of them, unfortunately, end up closing their doors. So to ensure the longevity of the Magic Box project, what are you planning to do, and like in order to keep creating new libraries and also maintaining the old ones?
Our team members got up with the idea that let's have a contract with the receivers of the box, right? And so
they would promise
we have a contract with them for 5 years. During the 5 years, non-electional work, political organization can't have any event in there. or you can sell or buy anything like that. The contract has lots of things. It's kind of tough contract, but people were okay with that, and we give them. If they disagree with the contract or they disobey the rules of the magic box, we can just go there and take it to next soum. See, that's the advantage of the shipping containers. We're not building anything, we just put it there.
Okay. So, and also the maintenance cost and also the salary of the librarian who will work there will be covered by the soum, or like the school, the institution that received the library. Yeah,
so they also have to send us the hiring plan, who's gonna work there, what's their salary would be, and also how you're gonna fund the cleaning materials and all the running costs. And each soum send us different kind of plannings, which all of them were like super cool ideas. And my initial idea was to run it with the money that like the kids who is reading book there, they have to also eat. They have to also drink some, you know, sodas and stuff like that. So let's run little shop in there so that it's self-funded. Self-funded projects go very far. So we will do that part. We are doing in some of the shipping containers right now. And maybe that's the best way to do it, because some of the soums maybe cancel their idea of putting them salary. Or another idea is to, shipping container is pretty big. It's 12 meter long and 3 meter high. So what about the wall? We put some ad on the wall. It's next to road and people can see it. And each month it costs maybe 500,000. That can be salary of the librarian who works there. So that's another idea. Some of them I think we're gonna run it like that.
So Tsolmon, it was a great pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure many of our viewers admire your work, and also they may have been inspired to do the similar things to create more, to create a better and more equal society. And thank you for joining us on Sightline.
Thank you so much. And then also the kids who we have received for donation lots of English books, and I think your viewers will be in the magic box who's learning English. So watch this program more, so practice English, and thank you so much.
You've watched Sightline. Today we talked to Mr. Tsolmon Bayaraa, the initiator of the Magic Box Library project. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.